After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Welcome on this tutorial. Before I start, you have to know some features about the game. The HD version is in fact divided in two games. The first one if you use the HDMI wire, and the other one if you are playing Component. The HDMI version is faster than Component and has differences with the other one. So that's why I'm going to show you the tutorial for HD version while using the HDMI wire. And one more thing I forgot to mention, if you're playing on Xbox, the game is going to be slower too. The first trick you're going to learn is a kind of quick headshot. You're doing this by using the auto aim L1 plus the first person view R1, and by keeping L2 and R2 you will be at the same height as any character's head, so that way you're going to do a headshot every time. But be careful, if you are standing on a slope or if the enemy is on a different level, it won't work every time. So sometimes I have to reach some position or wait a certain timing to be sure it will work. I'm using a specific landmark to make this quick headshot. I'm looking at the background, and when the rock is touching the top of my screen, I know I am in the best position to make this headshot.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here.
The first one, I'm not moving, I'm doing a quick headshot from where I'm standing. Then I'm doing a roll on this slope, but I'm trying to not to be too close to the wall. That way I can push a little bit my joystick to the right and make sure the auto aim will be on the guy upstairs. Then before reaching Sokolov, I'm doing another roll, and this one has to be perfect. I mean, you don't have to be too close to the wall, and at the same time you have to be not too far because the enemy site is really close to you. When I'm recovering, I'm treating the broken bones at the end. First, turn back and make a roll. During this roll, equip yourself with the stun grenade. Then, before reaching the tree, do another roll and use the grenade, but don't throw it, keep it in your hand, because this is a trick to suppress footprint noise. It is quite convenient to go behind an enemy without being spotted. Then stay really close to the wall, because the enemy right in front of you is about to see you. And then just keep the same path as me and you will succeed this part. Here you have to be careful because there is two strats you can use. The fastest one is the one I'm using during my run, but sometime it won't work because the physics are a little bit broken in this game. So I'll start with the easiest one. Try to follow my step because there is an enemy at the right. If you're too close to the wall, he's going to spot you, and the same happen if you're too much next to him because the grass make big noises. So after that, try to make a roll in almost the same position as me. You don't have to be too much close to this guy or too much to the left, because the ledge physics has some weird consequences when you're doing your roll. It makes you going too far away. Then try to make a roll between the two trees. If you're too close to one of them, you're going to be stuck into an invisible wall and the guy behind you is going to spot you, so be careful. Then try to add yourself during 1 or 2 seconds, and you can go through the bridge without being spotted by anyone. Now the fastest strat, it consists in doing a roll on the bridge, but the bridge itself is not made for that purpose. So I think I figure out how to make a roll that works every time. First you need to do the same thing as earlier, but this time after the roll to the edge you have to make a step. This is very important, and then you can do a roll between the two trees. After that, make a slight movement just like me and keep the stick on the same position, up right, almost 45 degree. With some training you have this movement automatically. Don't stay too much close to the bridge and make a roll. Let's say after 2 steps you can make the roll. When the fight starts, you have to put your joystick a bit to the right in order to be in a good position for the first kill. Then remove all unnecessary item and equip yourself with the NK22. Use the first trick I show you in the run, but don't aim for the head. You have to keep him alive for a little bit longer, so try to put your joystick a bit down, or the arrow would be even easier, I think. So even if it's his arm or his body, you don't have to care about it. Just don't aim to his head. For the next one, you have to aim his head. Don't be too close to the window or you won't be able to see him. And be careful because each enemy is moving. If you miss your shot, the guy on the roof will see you, so you don't have to miss this one. Then go to the right, wait for the first guy you already shot, but this time you're going to put him down. Even if you miss his head, don't worry, he will be able to sleep before the fight ends. And next you have to be careful because I am doing a roll, and if you do it too close to this box, it won't work.
Just my imagination. What? Let's move.
There is a group of enemy you have to put down, so try to stay close to the wall in order to stay out of their sight. Use R1 and R2 to be a bit on the right. Throw a grenade on the floor. Try to throw the grenade close to their feet and not too much on the right. This is really important, or the last one who won't be asleep. The one on the roof won't be able to see you if you stay in this position, so this is quite safe to put him down. Then make a roll and try to shoot the guy on the back, but sometimes he won't be close to the tree, so you have another solution. But first let's end this fight. So for the last one I'm using the auto aim, and I'm doing it in a specific position, so try to be exactly where I'm standing, or the bullet itself won't be in his head, so it's going to cost you some seconds. Now if the guy next to the tree is not here, you can go to this side, and instead of shooting the last one, you're waiting the other one going right in front of you. You shot his head, and then you do the same for the last one. When the fight ends, equip yourself with the insecticide and the box. When you have to swim, try to keep the same position as me. The forest starts. Try to be careful because there is a minefield, but first crawl under this fence. To avoid claymore, you have to follow my step. I'm using a landmark, which is the grass. You can see a light grass and a darker grass. I'm trying to follow the separation between two type of grass. And before I'm doing a roll over this this trap, I'm shooting one time with the lethal handgun, which is automatically equipped after the fight against the Ocelot unit. It doesn't make any damages when you touch the other fence when you fall from the tree, so you don't have to be really careful about this. Just make one step to be over this fence and make a roll after you went through the grass and equipped the box. A bit further, I'm doing weird steps because I want an enemy to spot me, but I want also to be out of his sight when I'm going across the hole into the fence. So I'm doing this specific path to avoid being spotted. When you are into the base, there is no difficult trick. Just once again follow my step, and you have to shoot the guy right in front of you one time, and not too far, not too close to him. So I'm shooting at him right before I'm touching the grass. This is my landmark. Sometimes he goes up, sometimes he goes down, and then goes up again. You think he's going to spot you, but no, because this is how the AI works. Sometimes if the AI is busy, it won't react even if you go in his sight. So that's what happened in that place. It's also going to happen later, and you will be able to see this better. Now for Ocelot fight, you have two strats. First, I'm going to tell you the one I'm using. First, I'm shooting at him with the MK22. Then I'm throwing a grenade with the camera down, because sometimes Snake throw the grenade too far from Ocelot and it's going to disturb one of this pattern. So it's better to throw the grenade on the ground. Even if the grenade is a bit behind him, it's not really dangerous for the strat itself, but it's better to throw the grenade right in front of him. Then make a headshot, throw another stun grenade, wait a little bit because you want him to start his pattern, which is shooting at you. Just wait a little bit, not even a second, but just avoid a frame perfect throwing grenades. This is useless. Then again, make an headshot and right away shoot the marker behind the tree with the lethal handgun. Sometimes Ocelot reacts at the same time, sometimes he doesn't. So if he reaches a specific place outside of your sight, don't worry, you can use R2 or L2 to see over a rock or anything else, and try to be careful to not shoot at his beret. And once you shot him once again on his head, the guy behind him are going to shoot at you, but don't worry, Ocelot will be able to be shot again. And try to get his ammo next to the tree at the right side, and then make the last shot to end the fight. Now the other strat. The start is the same. You shoot him with the MK22 one time, you throw the grenade, but instead of turning back, you don't care about being blind. Wait a little bit before shooting at him, and then throw another grenade. Once again, wait a little bit before shooting at him, and then shoot the marker behind. When Ocelot is not moving, you're doing a headshot, and then instead of taking the damages, try to use the auto aim, make a step behind you to avoid the bullet. Shoot at him after he shot one time with his single action army, and then there is another cutscene with the guy behind you. This time do another headshot, and then try again to avoid Ocelot bullet and shoot him for the last time. Don't forget to get Ocelot's camo, because it's going to avoid you shaking your hand when you're going to be angry. But don't equip it already. This is going to be for later. Right before the start of pain fight, you have to catch a grenade on the ground and equip it. When the fight starts, you have to throw a smoke grenade a bit to the left, because if you touch him, the grenade may fall into the water. And then try to aim to his head, but his head has a weird hitbox, so it's better to aim to his chin and hit him 3 times. Then throw a basic grenade. Once again, shoot his head. This is only an headshot fight, so you have to aim pretty well, and be careful about your ammo, because you need at least 2 bullets at the end of this fight. The second part of the fight is the same. You start, you throw a grenade, then you make some headshots. You have to train yourself to get the right timing to shoot at him, and then when the fight ends, mash cross and put the joystick into the up left position in order to make a roll in the water. Once I go outside, I'm switching the camera. Sometimes you would prefer the Snake Eater camera or the Subsistence camera, so it's as you want. And I'm going also to use the box, because this is another trick to run through a slope without losing speed. When you have to go through the river, you need to be really careful, because there is several spotlights. You can go near to them, but try to be at the bottom of the river. The landmark I'm using is the Camo index, which is 99%, and get close to the right side. When you are recovering, don't dive again. Wait a little bit, like 1 or 2 seconds, and then you will be able to avoid the last spotlight. Before entering into the warehouse, do the quick headshot trick for the first guy, and then use the lethal handgun to shoot at the barrel, the one on the right, then the one on the left. This kind of kill don't count as a real kill in the game. Now inside the warehouse you have several solutions. I'm going to show you 2 strats. The first one is the safest one, which consists in doing a roll, then turning around this big thing in the middle of the room. Then you have to climb the stairs by doing a roll. This is much faster than using the box. When you reach the first floor, you have to do a CQC on the enemy who's standing right here. Then knock at the wall. After that, use the box and go through the enemy on the second floor. Then when you are unequipped with the box, make a roll, but be careful. If the roll don't reach the barrel, you won't be too far enough to go outside of this site. So I recommend you to re-equip the box in order to make the guard surprised when it's standing up again. Now for the other strat, you have to be careful because the barrier physics is the same as the bridge from the beginning of the run. So this is why this strat is a bit difficult, because if you miss the roll, you'll be spotted by the enemy. So basically, I don't really recommend you to do this one, but if you're used to, maybe it's worth it. So this time you have to use the other weapon to make the barrel explode. Then when you reach the second floor, you have to point your weapon at the guy standing at that place, and then you have to leave.
Who's that? Huh? Not so fast.
when you use the box, just make sure you have the right timing. If the scientist trigger the alert, it means you have used the box too late, and if it's the guard at his left, it means you have used the box earlier than you have to.
Not so fast.
After meeting Granin, when you go outside of the lab, you have to be very careful because the quick headshot trick won't work if you are in a bad position. That's why I'm going almost next to the wall on the left. Then I'm turning and using the auto aim and doing the quick headshot, but not too fast, not too slow, to be sure it will work. If it doesn't, you can make an headshot by using R1 and the joystick. During the fight against the fear, first you have to remove the poison and the arrow. If you keep the arrow on your leg, the end will have another position during his fight, so this is some kind of run killer, so be careful. Once you did that, you can run into the trap, but don't activate it. Try to make a roll to be in a good position, which is on this kind of wall on the left. Don't be too far from the trap or not too close. Then turn back, right down, then use the death peel. When you see the fear starting to stop moving, it means he's going to walk next to you, and this is the right moment to use the peel to wake up. And when you're waking up, mash R1 square and put your joystick on position down to make sure you're going to have the right timing to throw the grenade, stunt aim, and then you can run through the trap, put yourself on the right, try to be on a good position to punch him a little bit. Even if you can't make 6 punches, some of them are enough just to make sure it won't be too much on outside of the range of the trap, and then the fight is over. After this fight, you have to equip the MK22 and the box. Then you go back to the warehouse. You have to be careful to not touch the wall, or you're going to be stuck with the box. And the same goes with the barrel. Then try to go next to the barrier with the box. Try to be almost at the end of the barrier to do that, because you need the right timing with the enemy on the first floor. Then turn, make a roll to land on the enemy at the bottom. Try to make to put the camera in a good position to make sure you would be right in front of the other guy you're going to shoot. But this one needs an headshot, so You're not going to use L1 but only square, so that's why you need to be right in front of him. The timing is quite short, so you need to be really fast in that part of the run. Once you put him down, you have to climb the stairs with the box. Go through the guy upstairs, and then make a roll. And this is over for the warehouse. In this forest you have to be really quick and careful because the timing is short here too. So once you've done the roll to put the guard down, try to be a little bit on the left in order to stay hidden from the guy forward. And when you shot at the wall, try to not be being stuck with the tree, and make a roll to go through this guy. He won't be able to see you if you do it correctly. Then equip the box, stay close to the wall once again, and do just like me. You don't have to attack this guy, which is not really dangerous for you. But the last one, you need to make a roll on him and to avoid the trap, so you have to time your roll to make sure you won't hit the trigger. Use the box once again before you entering the next part, which is the fight against the end. When the fight starts, you have to make 1 or 2 steps down, then go to the left, then throw a grenade next to the tree. Follow the same path as me, because the end won't change his first location. Once you are the same place as him, you have to use a grenade to suppress the footprint noise, and then equip the cigarettes. There's something important you have to know about the HDMI version. If you use 1 cigarette, it's going to make 2 damages. So since the end works with a 3 hit cycle, you need to use 1 cigarette with HDMI and 2 cigarettes in component. So use 1 cigarette, then point your gun at him. When he's putting his own weapon down on the ground, you can use another cigarette, wait the 2 hit, and then throw a stun grenade. Repeat the same thing, and then use a smoke grenade. This time you have to use 2 cigarettes to put the end down, and then go away with a roll to escape the smoke. Wait next to the tree, and then use 2 cigarettes, 2 or 3 cigarettes, depends on your vision, to make the end down, and stay not too far from him, because he might go on the left or on the right. If he goes to the left, you have to use the MK22 from the tree. You have a short window, but you can kill it from there. If he goes to the right, you have to do just like as I do during my run. So I'm not doing a roll immediately because he's still invulnerable, so I have to wait a little bit before doing a roll and then using the last cigarette. Now let's see what happens if the end goes to the left. If you miss the end, you have to follow him to the west zone. Then you can shoot him from the entrance, or you have to be right behind him. To do that you need the box, but be careful, if you lay down the box it will make some noise just like in the video, and it will be much harder to beat him.
Your end is soon.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'm melting to you. What a fear in my heart. But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Before you reach the mountain, don't forget to get the Mosin Iron and equip yourself with the MK22. The first guy you have to put down on the mountain is a bit tricky because you have to avoid using the auto aim, so only square. Use the box to go next to him when you feel it's the right time, which is when you reach the top of the slope and you're going down, you're starting to going down. Stop using your joystick, remove your box, and in this order you would be able to target the right guy and use square. At the same time you have to put your stick forward and use cross to make a roll, and this way it won't be able to wake up. In the next zone you can use the auto aim to deal with the first guy. Then don't forget to pick up the stun grenade into the hole. Then do just like me. And be careful, because when I'm removing the box and I'm doing a roll, I'm trying to be close to the wall, so the guy upside me won't be able to see me. At almost the end, I'm turning around a rock, and when I'm doing this I'm trying to avoid the scorpion on the ground. Then when I'm about to reach the top, I'm trying to have the same timing, because sometimes if you're too fast, Snake's stomach is going to make noise and it will alert the last enemy. So if sometime you have this problem, you just try to be a bit slower. On the top of the mountain, I'm not using the box all along because the camera index is too low, and when I'm doing the roll I'm using a specific landmark, which is a green spot on the ground. I'm not doing the roll on this spot, but I'm doing it a bit at the left, and it works every time if you're doing this just like me. Then I'm shooting at the middle of this corridor, and it makes me having the right timing with the next enemy I'm going to meet. So a bit later, as you can see, I'm trying to be very close to the ledge. It's important, so I recommend you to use the subsistence camera to be able to see that well. To succeed this role, I recommend you to use specific landmark, which is this kind of wood beam on the wall. For this fight, you have to face against a different pattern, so I'm going to tell you what to do when each of them is going to happen. The first pattern is the easiest one. Make sure he goes this way by using the camera just like me. If you can see him, it means he's going to land on the other side. When he has reached the ground, let him use his flamethrower. Stay hidden behind the wall. If you were the box, fire on the ground won't affect you. After that, shoot him with the mosin nagant. One hit, then wait him to turn back, or after the third shot he may fall differently. Since you want him to be stuck, it's better to fix him close to the barrel. That way he can't use his jetpack. Just like the end, he has a free hit cycle, but don't be too fast because he is invincible for several frames after being shot. You can manipulate his next pattern. The only thing you can do is starting with a 3 shot, then 2, in order to avoid losing time when he falls, and finish the fight with 3 shots. If you are unlucky, it goes to the good side, but instead of being right next to you, it's going to be on the back. So since he is acting weirdly, the only thing you can do is to copy the same thing as I'm doing to be sure it will work. I'm staying hidden right next to the barrel, and since the Fury almost know where I am but can't see me, he's just walking toward me. Before he's going to reach me, you have to shoot him 3 times when he's going to be next to the barrel on the back after falling. Now the most unlucky position, which is when the Fury lands on the middle. It happens when the Fury goes to what I call the wrong side, but instead of reaching the ground, it's a bit longer than usual, so that way you know he's going to be landing on the middle. Right after he has done it, you have to shoot him 3 times, make him fall, then reaching the platform and waiting to have another occasion to shoot him. You can shoot at him when he's flying or waiting to land. Sometimes it doesn't land, so that's why I'm trying to shoot him while he's flying. You would be able to make him stuck one way or another, but sometimes you can't, so the only thing you can do is to wait for him or trying to chase him. Now the last position. If the Fury goes to the wrong side but not in the middle, you have to run really fast with the box, of course, and shoot him before he's using his flamethrower, because in HDMI he's going to fly right after using his weapon. So shoot him 3 times. When he's done, try to climb on this platform, add yourself behind the wall, and then you do as usual to hit him 2 times, then hide or shoot him again, and then kill him with a 3-hit cycle. Now you've reached Groznygrad. For this part you need to use the quick headshot trick. So I recommend you to use the auto aim a bit far from the guy to be sure you are into him, because sometimes the auto aim is not aiming this guy. When he's down, use the box, remove your current weapon for the lethal handgun. When you go inside the building, shoot 1 time, then use the box, wait the guy on the bridge running to start moving just as I do. When you have climbed the stairs, remove the box before going through the door, because sometimes you can hit Raikov and he's going to spot you. When the communication is over, you can use CQC and then drag him to the back.
Sir.
Tell me!
Stop it!
Who have you been talking to?
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
You'd better start talking.
Please, stop this!
Who is Khrushchev's lapdog?
How can you do this to him?
I know you gave the data to someone.
Never do
You!
that. You monster.
I guess he's dead. Now then, I hope you'll prove more entertaining than he was. But first, let's take a look at your body, shall we? What a beautiful body you have, like a newborn baby. But not for long. Well then, let's get started. What is your target? Is it the Shagohod? Or Sokolov? Or maybe it's the Legacy? Answer me! Who is helping you? Who let you in here? You're a tough one, but even you must have your limits. And I am a patient man.
Is he dead?
Now this is the hard part of the run, because once you go out you have to throw the noodles immediately, and then you have to change your item and equip your smoke grenade almost frame perfect. Use the grenade, don't throw it, keep it on your hand. When Snake Hand is completely up, you can start running on the left, then unequip the grenade to make sure you won't throw it. Start to crawl into the hole, into this wall, and reach the next place. From here you have to be really accurate. When I'm throwing the grenade, I have the right foot on the white stripe. I really need this position to make sure the smoke screen will cover the sight of the enemy. I'm putting the camera a little bit up in a first person view, not too much, and then I'm using another grenade. I'm keeping it in my hand, and then I want to throw it in the yellow zone. I'm not waiting to get out of the zone to throw it. It has to be a little bit before, so the dog won't disturb you. Before going outside again, you have to get the box B from the tunnel. So this time you need to equip this box and also several items like C3, Mosin Agent, SVD, and make sure you have MK22 in your item too. So use the box immediately and MK22. Wait the guard saying something like he has seen something. Then remove the box because he will be busy, he can't spot you, just like the other guard if you shoot the next one with the right timing. The right timing is a bit before the guy who has seen something is going next to the guy you want to shot, or you wait him to go and then you shoot the guy. Don't run immediately, wait 1 or 2 seconds and then go, in order to be sure everyone is busy and you won't be spotted by anyone. Now Volgin's fight. So first you need to put him down with a CQC. Don't throw him onto the ground, just push him. Use the Dragonov to shoot him one time. When his shoulders are stopped to move, it means he's going to stand up. But when he stops moving, shoot him as much as you can. You don't need to make an headshot, just aim for his back and then go back to him, go behind him and then make an headshot to finish the first part of the fight. Now you have to crawl in front of Volgin, wait until his attack is over, then you can shoot with your Dragonov. After that he will fall and you can shoot at him right now. You have to wait until he's standing up, then you can shoot again. His shield won't last any longer because after several shots it disappears. Then do it again a third time and the fight is over. You have to be careful about the recoil because it makes him moves a little bit, so you have to aim again after each cycle to be sure you won't miss a bullet. For the first part of the back chase you need to equip the RPG, which is automatically in your item, and you need also stun grenade. Use first the stun grenade to get the first enemy, then use the RPG to make some damages to the Shagod, but you can make infinite damages. There is a limit according to how far you went into this back chase. Make sure you have put down every enemy, because sometimes the RPG make damages to this guard when you're trying to shoot the Shagod, and it might kill them, so you have to be careful about this. Use again your stun grenade, and then you can shoot the Shaggood one more time, just like me. As you can see, you can't make any more damages after reaching a limit. Then this is the second part of the back chase. The only thing you need here is stun grenade. You throw him just like me, the first one with a single push on square. Try to throw a grenade a bit far from this guy to be sure you won't be hit by any bullets. Keep in your mind exactly the same position I'm throwing the grenade and the same position I'm targeting. Then, after I get rid of all of them, the bike starts to reach the outside, but before there is a tunnel. I'm using a stun grenade with the joystick a little bit up to throw a grenade next to a structure which is near to the exit, because there is an enemy on this thing with an RPG, and you can't afford that much damage, so you have to put him down. Now you have to shoot to the Shaggood with the RPG, and you have to wipe off 1 segment and a half from his life, and it's going to make you skip 1 cycle during the fight after destroying the bridge. if you want to make more damages, you have to aim for the middle and up the camera a little bit. Then try to not shoot at his drill or it will stop for a while, and during that time you can't shoot the shotgun.
I planted 4 C3 charges. 3 more left. 2 more left. Only 1 more left. The shadow house is not there yet. Let it come closer. It's still too early. Keep your aim steady. It's here!
When the fight starts, and even before, during the loading, keep one of your finger on R2 to make sure you will equip the RPG during the first frame. Then while you are equipping the RPG, put your finger on L1 and R1. Then you have to release R2 with the camera in the scope. So you have to wait a little bit and shoot exactly at the same place as me. If the shotgun is stopping from moving, Eva would be right behind the shotgun, so I'm starting to shoot at his rear. I can make a combo when the lightning on the back has stopped. I know it is the right time to shoot another rocket, and then I'm shooting again his rear. But sometimes Eva doesn't have the path you want. She can drive on the wrong side, so you can't prevent this thing to happen, but you can manipulate Shagot's movement when he's not moving. Let's say if Eva is driving on the wrong side, you have to be careful on which drill you're going to shoot, because depending on the one you're going to shoot, you might be not able to shoot at his rear. So let's say if the shotgun is driving forward, you have to shoot to his opposite drill, and if he's moving reverse, you have to shoot the drill the closest to you, which means you have to do exactly the contrary of what I've done during the run. The only run killer here is the guy with the RPG at the end. You have to throw a grenade before the bike has started to take the corner. And then this is the last difficult part from the run. If you want to make this part safe, you have to follow each step. I start with the guy at the right. You have to be fast enough to have the same respawn as me. This is the key to succeed this part of the back chase. Then the guy at the left. During the first respawn, the one who will be standing at the right, we cross the guy in the middle you didn't touch yet, and this time when they are crossing, it means you can hit the guy in the middle, so that way you won't have this bad respawn that can happen later. And after this, just keep the same timing as me. Sometimes platform will crash on you. You can't avoid this thing, but if you are burnt, you have to remove your camo, and then you can equip back the one you used in order to stop the burn. From here there's no difficulty, you just have to be really careful. First, put back the suppressor on your MK22. Then, don't worry if you don't remember to have catch noodles, because the game gives you automatically if you didn't took any food before reaching the waterfall.
Let me have some more.
When you're doing the quick headshot, don't shoot right away. Wait a little bit, because the position of this enemy is not really good, and if you're too fast it won't work.
I hear something.
There are two strats against the boss. The first one is from the multi-segmented run. I recommend you to use this one to avoid some mistake, because Mountain Nagant is very inaccurate in a short range, but with the sniper rifle you can earn 10 seconds from the MK22 strat. Still, those two setups remain quite the same. Whatever the one you're going to use, you have to be careful about the same things. The first one, when you're doing a CQC on the boss, you have to be on the right or on the left. If you're going to CQC right in front of her, she may be able to counter you. When I'm throwing a stun grenade in the sky, I'm waiting to reach the top with the camera before throwing the grenade. It helps me to know the right timing. The last thing to know, during the third cycle I'm waiting a little bit before shooting the boss's head, because before she had done this movement with her head, the cycle is broken.
Let's see what you're made of. Excellent, Jack.
if you train regularly, you would be able to do a sub 140. You can ask me about anything by sending me a message. And don't forget, this tutorial was for the HD version, which means on PS2 you won't have the same run. If you have a personal best, you can submit it on speedrun.com.
It's our only hope.
Your aims, aren't you?